Hi everyone, my name is Simoné and today we're going to be reading a great little book called Jiggle, Sneeze by Vitalis. Rhinovirus quivered with excitement. She had floated and swirled, and drifted and sailed, and now, finally, she found herself in a nice warm place. She set off to explore. Through the tall forest, up and down, around one tree, then another, and there they were, rows and rows of buildings, stretching as far as she could see. Perfect! Rhina snickered. I'm moving in! But how would she get in? The doors were all locked tight, and there were sure to be policemen who might recognize and capture her. Ha! Smirked Rhina. I'm not scared. I have a secret. I have a special key. Rhina looked up. There were thousands of buildings, and each building had hundreds of doors, all different shapes and sizes. Surely her key would open one of them. She floated up and down and around, trying her key in every lock. Until, click! A door swung open and let her in. Rhina wiggled out of her spacesuit. She jumped and slid and banged around. She kicked things and hung upside down. She poked around and... Look what she found! Copying machines! Rhina squealed. I'll copy myself, she said with glee. Then I'll have friends to play with and a big party. And she began to make copies of herself. Renifer and Renata, Rinrin and Riney, Rania and Rinzi, and soon she had made almost 4,217 viruses just like herself. The place was bursting. There was hardly room for them all. They jigged and they jiggled. They wiggled and danced. They rollicked and frolicked. They played hide and seek. They played Marco Polo. And they made a big mess. And still Rhina made more viruses, and the mess grew and grew and grew until it was simply too crowded. Rhina gathered them all. There is no room here, she told them. Go find new places to stay and make new friends to play with. And they did, and soon there were 100,008,242 of them, all making a mess, until... Uh-oh, what was that? The viruses! There they are! Shouted the police as they came round the corner. They have ruined all the buildings! Get rid of those vandals! Attack! Clear up the mess! And they captured the viruses and cleared up the rubble. Then suddenly, whoosh! What was that? That whoosh, whistle, rumble. Wah! Choo! Rhinovirus was very pleased. She had waited patiently on a cold, shiny planet, and finally she had been picked up and put in just the place she had hoped. She wasted no time. She rushed through the forests until she found a nice big building, and she used her secret key. I'm going to have the biggest party of all, she giggled. Rin wiggled out of her spacesuit. She hopped and skipped and slid around. She knocked things over and pulled things down. And she found some copying machines and set about making herself playmates, just like herself. Rinna 1 and Rinna 2, Rinna 3 and Rinna 4, Rinna 5 and Rinna 6, Rinna 7 and Rinna more. Soon there were almost 600,232 of them. The building was bursting. There was hardly room for them all. They wiggled and wriggled. They jiggled and pranced. They whirled and twirled. They played duck, duck, goose. They played Simon Says. And they made a big, big mess. And when there was no more room, they broke into other buildings and made even more like themselves. And soon there were 1,100,322 of them. What a party! And what a huge, huge mess! But not for long. The police soon found them, and the party was over. And soon they felt it come. That whoosh, whistle, rumble. Wah! Ah! Ah! Choo! Go away, germs! I don't want to get a cold. Thank you so much for listening to this book, and I hope that you enjoyed it and that you learned a bit more about viruses.
Cảm ơn các bạn đã lắng nghe. Mong rằng các bạn cảm thấy thú vị khi đọc cuốn sách này cùng tụi mình. Cuốn sách nói Readalong book này được thực hiện bởi Lotus Community, là một dự án thư viện phi lợi nhuận. Lotus Community mong muốn những cuốn sách tiếng Anh chất lượng tốt có thể tới tay mọi gia đình khắp đất nước Việt Nam. Để tìm hiểu thêm về dự án, các bạn vui lòng ghé qua lotuscommunity.org.vn nhé.